What's good, everybody, man? It is Tuesday, man. Thank you for locking and tapping into Straight Up Tennessee. Today, it's your boy Ruck in the building, joined with my brother, Turner, man. It's going to be a banger of an episode today, like it is every week. Today, the three most important games for the Tennessee Volunteers in the 2023 season. A lot of these, me and Turn actually have very similar picks, actually the exact picks. There's one game that we actually differ, and I am very, very excited to dive in today, man. Thank y'all for locking in. It's time to get it. Y'all already know, man, it is Tuesday. Hope y'all having a great day so far. Wherever you listening, it's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. Let's get it.
From 40, on the way, a knuckleball. He got it!
Oh, yeah. What's good, everybody?
That video gets me so hot.
Bro, yes, sir. Y'all, we are less than 50 days away. 6 more Saturdays until the Vols strap up the pads in Nissan Stadium right here in my backyard in Nashville, Tennessee against the Virginia Cavaliers. It's your boy Ruck in the building. Like I said earlier, joined by my brother Turner. Man, y'all know what to do. It's the top of the show. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell notification, man, so you never miss a video. We are climbing, man. We passed 600 subscribers. Also, man, since we're right here, man, join the channel. If you click on our channel, you can join it as low as 99 cents, $1 a month, man. We got 3 different levels, the gray level, white level, orange level, man. Just hop in there.
It ain't nothing. 99 cents ain't nothing, man.
99 cents is nothing. And it does. And I will say this, it don't even help us pay the bills. But it's something. And it helps us continue to get merch out, content, everything, man. So
Facts. I mean, 99 cents nowadays won't even buy you a piece of good bubble gum.
It won't buy you a bubble gum. Hey, it will get you a little fountain drink at Thornton's.
Hey.
98 cents, boy.
98. You gotta count tax. You ain't gonna do it.
Oh, man. But also, man, if you're rocking with us on Apple, Spotify podcast, man, thank you so much. Continue to rate this thing 5 stars and let the people know why they need to be listening and rocking with Straight Up Tennessee, baby. Man, Turn, before we even get into the content today, the biggest news for me, obviously, outside of all of the sanctions and the things that Tennessee got pressed with over the week, and let me talk about that for a second because it is a big deal. Obviously, the biggest thing out of that is Tennessee does not face a bowl ban.
Yep.
And that was the only recruiting tool I feel like could be used against us in the next few years as the NCAA sanctions and things begin to wear off and they begin to, fall off in the next few years. I think the biggest thing, obviously, is the recruiting trail and how we're losing scholarships.
Yeah.
But I wonder if that just makes us recruit a little differently. Like, do we put more priority on the 3 stars that will become 4 stars, or do we put all of our chips into the 4 stars, hoping them to become 5 stars over the course of their senior season? I don't know.
It's a valid point.
I really don't know. I don't know where we go with that, but as long as Josh Heupel's my coach, I really don't care.
Facts. Don't care. Don't care.
As long as Hype is my coach, I really don't care, I guess, how we figure this out, what it looks like. I think there's a lot to look forward to in this realm because, I mean, over the next few years, man, we lost a lot as far as recruiting goes. An $8 million fine is nothing to the university. I mean, we make $8 million in probably 2 games in concession sales.
That's
and
it.
So The next biggest news to me, man, and I sent this to you, I think it was on Sunday. All of the number changes, bro.
Dude.
Wow.
Facts.
I mean, I kind of want to run down the list because it's going to be very important that y'all don't think one person is this and this person is that. But it starts at number 0, and that is the Brody, Jalen Wright.
I love it.
Man,
I like that.
Really, really mess with that. I think that's going to be sick, bro.
Jalen Wright at 0.
Then you got
I think Bees is gonna be nasty at 6.
number 6. That's kind of tasty. It's kind of tasty, man. I mean,
there's only one I'm not a fan of.
Ramel Keaton.
Yeah,
I think that's gonna be clean on him, though. I think number 9 on Ramel is gonna be clean. Not
big
7 to 9, 7 throwing the 9. That's hard. Then you got, and it only made sense, bro, when Dante Thornton took all of his recruiting pictures in that number 1. He gonna be crispy in that number 1, bro.
What number was D-Samp last year?
24.
24. Yeah.
I love running backs in single digits, and now all of them are in single digits, so that's gonna be
wow, they are.
Jay Wright in 0,
2, and 6.
Aaron Beasley, if you guys don't know, he got number 6 as well. But even moving down through it, Elijah Simmons changes from 51 to 10. That just lets me know that Big Bulldog might get a shot this year, bro. If he changes number that he's been in for 3 years, he's playing, bro.
Pulley gonna look nasty in 11 too.
Who?
That's a good backer number. 11.
Oh yeah. Who ended up being number 11?
Keenan Pulley.
Pulley. I forgot about Keenan. Yeah, he's gonna be looking right. Really am excited too. I like the move to get Nico back in 8 too. So man, there was a whole lot of talk today, man. Actually yesterday on Monday at SEC Media Day, LSU met. It was all LSU really. I mean, there was 3 other teams there, but LSU was the bulk of it. And Brian Kelly said that he was very concerned after the Tennessee game because in the second half it was still loud in Tiger Stadium because of the Vol fans. And what that tells me is that people know, man. People know that Tennessee is dangerous, and I think that we just have every right this year now to prove why. And I told you this yesterday, bro. And for everybody listening, if you are not watching SEC Media Days, go ahead and turn it on today on SEC Network, because there is no talk. And when I say no talk, I am not exaggerating. No talk about the Vols. Nothing. Joe Milton did not make Greg McElroy's top 5 SEC quarterbacks.
That's unbelievable.
He had Jaden Daniels, he said, is the number 1 best returning quarterback in the SEC. Will Rogers was number 2. KJ Jefferson was number 3. He had Devin Leary from Kentucky, who has not played a down in the SEC.
At 4?
He had him at 4, and then he had Spencer Rattler at 5. And so everybody, no noise is being spoken about Tennessee, and I will be honest, I like that. All of the talk out of year 1 to year 2 was all about, man, Tennessee had a great year last year. You know, we don't know. And then after Tennessee beat LSU in Baton Rouge, that's when everybody started talking about Tennessee.
Yeah, dude. And I think it's one of them things like where Tennessee really hasn't been that good in the past. I don't know.
It's been 20 years.
Yeah, dude. So it's not like one of them things where it's like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just think I think we get looked past because it's like, oh, it's just Tennessee. Like, you know what I mean? They had one good year. It ain't gonna happen again.
And it very well couldn't, but bro, it's just way too much talent, bro. I think there's just way too much talent. And man, that leads us literally perfectly into today's show, man. And so today is what are the three most important games on the schedule this year. And so Turner and I agree on this first one. So we're going to go ahead and just say it. The first most important game of the year falls in week 3. You get Virginia, you get Austin P at home, and then you got to have your first true road test 3 games in, and that is the Florida Gators down in the Swamp. I mean, Florida's always a big game, right? I think every single year, it's not just a game we look at and we're like, I hope we win. Like, it's a game that we look at, and in the past few years, we've like, man, we should have won.
Yeah.
And we hadn't.
Well, man, I think I picked Florida because, I mean, Florida is a lot like, I'm trying to think of somebody. I guess just Florida. I mean, I'm sure there's other teams too, but like Florida, it don't matter how good Florida is or how bad Tennessee is or vice versa. It don't matter how good Tennessee is and how bad Florida is. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a good game. I really do think that.
Yeah.
If we can go down to Gainesville and get a dub on the road, I think this will, way early prediction here. I think this game determines the season.
I agree with that. I think, and I even though last year we played Florida in week 4, right? Like, there is a massive difference, people. I need you to understand right now, just from playing football. Turner can vouch for me on this. There is a massive difference playing any team that's good a week before you think you're ready to play them. And now I feel like that's what's happening to us. Like, we got him in week 4. You got to think, last year we got tested in week 2 against Pittsburgh at Pitt. That was our first true road win where we were like, okay, like, overtime against Pittsburgh. Like, are we really good? And then obviously we come back home and absolutely beat the brakes off Akron, right? And then we play Florida the next week. And so this year, you've got a neutral site game in Nashville. Again, I said this the last show. It is a glorified home game. Like, it's going to be painted orange.
Yeah.
But it's still not at Neyland Stadium.
Right.
And so it is an away game. Like, it is. And actually, Tennessee is listed as the away team that game.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's kind of crazy.
And the only reason I know that is because when I was buying tickets, it says away Tennessee. Like, we're on the away side of the field. Really weird. But you get this team in the Florida Gators who nobody knows about. They did get a transfer quarterback, I believe, from Wisconsin, and Graham Mertz.
They're saying that he's going to be the guy.
They're saying he is going to be the starter. And so, but the thing about it is, they said in the Florida spring game, none of them have looked good. None of the quarterbacks. And so we know this. We talk about quarterbacks a lot, but that's what's going to win you the game more than likely. Like, defense does win championships, but I really believe, like, if your quarterback is in a suspect position, it's not looking pretty for you early. Not against a Tennessee team who's getting better.
Well, Florida also has both their starting running backs coming back, correct?
They do. And
ETN and I can't think of the other's name. I just had it.
Yeah, I don't remember the other guy. I do remember ETN because Travis Etienne, who plays for the Jacksonville Jaguars, as his little brother, and he was nice. He was nice. Yeah. At one point last year, Florida was the #1 rushing offense in the country.
Yeah, facts.
And so it's like, yeah, y'all got that, but they lost a lot up front. You lose what they call a generational talent in Anthony Richardson, and generational talent is a very, very big like thing to live up to. But he was very talented, very athletic, could throw the ball 100 miles. Still don't understand how he went as high as he did. But again, potential, man. He does have the potential to have a great NFL career because he's exactly what the NFL likes to see at quarterback. Big, strong arm, can move and get out of the pocket, but most of all, can just make plays, period.
Yeah.
And so the last time Tennessee, here's the biggest stat and the thing that's hovering over us in this game, and this is why it's the most important, one of the most important to me. If not, I mean, it sounds like the turn, like this is the most important game for Tennessee this year. The last time we beat them, go ahead.
I think it's a confidence thing. Is big for that's why I think this Florida game is super important. I think if
I,
we can go down there and winning games, but I think we get confidence. Like I think we gain confidence. Like I really believe like last year we turned the corner that Pitt game. I
yeah,
know it's super early, but like past Tennessee teams, we get in that situation, we don't pull it out.
yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. I just think like, and I know he seems confident, but like I've said it before, I think our whole season rides on Joe Milton. And you get him down there, ball out in Florida, get some confidence in him, it's gonna be a problem.
I mean, I really think game one, if Joe comes out and just eats and there's no like the thing I'm saying is if he comes out and just executes, he's juiced. He's ready to go. That's all that has to happen.
Mhm.
Like you don't even have to score your first drive. Like have a great drive, get a field goal or something. He's gonna be fine, right? Like that's the biggest thing is like capitalizing on drives. I mean, you even said it back at the Orange Bowl. There'd be some drives where it's 3 straight passes, and you're just kind of like why didn't we run the ball? Man, we're gonna have to run the football, and I think that's gonna lead so much to Joe's success for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and I'm anxious. I mean, there's a lot of what ifs when it comes to Joe. Like, I mean, you can try to base everything off of the Orange Bowl game, but you go back and watch the Orange Bowl. I mean, that offense was built around Hendon Hooker. I mean, Joe did fine. I mean, that was great. Like the game plan changed when Joe was at quarterback for the Orange Bowl. But I'm anxious to see what this offense looks like when you've had a whole off season to
I mean,
base
even
the offense around Joe.
go a little further. No goalish.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Joey Halsley is
Yeah.
your quarterback coach and your offensive coordinator. That's normally how it is anyways. So
Mhm.
now you got a young guy in Joey Halsley who has a veteran in Joe Milton. Bro, I'm telling you, like, it's a recipe for something special. I really do think it. But again, like going back to why this game is most important, to me, it's because it's Tennessee has done a lot in the last year as far as breaking streaks. They beat Florida at home, not first time since 2016. You beat Alabama, first time in 15 years. Now you got the opportunity again early in the season to go to Gainesville and win there for the first time since September 21st, 2003, when the Iceman Casey Clausen did it, right? And guess what number he wore? The next 7, Joe Milton gotta go. Like, it's massive. I agree with you, bro. I really think that game is going to decide who are we going to be games 4 through 12.
100%. I agree 100%.
Second game, man, second most important game of the 2023 season. Turner and I actually differ on this one. So, Turner, go ahead. Like, who do you think? What's the second most important game of the year?
Kentucky.
When you said Kentucky earlier, I really was like, nah, but I can see why you say that.
Yeah, I mean, we got to go down to Kentucky this year, which I mean, Kentucky's really. I mean, I've been to Tennessee, Kentucky before. It's really not that hostile. I mean, don't get me wrong, it ain't nothing like Neyland, but just going down there and I don't know, man. It's just one of them games like we were talking about it, like predicting the season. I feel bad about Missouri, but I mean, I don't know, man. We are Kentucky's daddy. Like firm believer of that, but I don't know. There's just a lot of unknowns with Kentucky right now.
I think the one thing we know about Kentucky is Chris Rodriguez is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Will Levis is gone.
Yeah, he was trash.
They still return Dane Key. They still get Brown back. They added NC State transfer quarterback in Devin Leary, right? They still have weapons, but we still have Josh Heupel.
Yeah, no,
That's the way I think about it. Like, Josh Heupel has beat Kentucky 2 years now in a row. First year, we were not supposed to beat Kentucky. I believe they were the number 9 team in the nation at that time.
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
And Alontae Taylor seals the game with a pick six late in the game. Like, we
That
go
was
up 38-28 at that time. Like, that still was a great game. Like, they made a comeback and they almost won on that last drive. But
like Heupel's first big win.
that was the first big win at Kentucky. And that turned the pages. That was also the game where I was actually visiting where I live now. And I was driving to where we were staying. I was driving back home to where we were staying at the time. And I'm listening to the game is on the radio, but I'm not really listening to it. You call me turn. I was like, what is that? Like, what happened? You ain't see that? First play, Javonte Payton.
Yeah.
Bro, that was how smooth. He made one move and was just zoop,
gone.
Zoop. So I can definitely see why you say Kentucky. I mean, it is always a big game, and it's really annoying because I hate Kentucky. Like, I don't like Kentucky. I don't like them in football. I don't like them in baseball. I don't like them in basketball. I just don't like Kentucky. I have a lot of friends, pastors, who are close, near and dear to my heart, and I hate Kentucky. I respect Kentucky, but I hate them. I really do.
Yeah, I think I got Kentucky circled on my schedule. I think it's a big game. Because at that point in the season, we're kind of making the turn. You know what I mean?
Because, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, you got Florida, UTSA, South Carolina, bye week, Texas A&M, Alabama, Kentucky?
I'm looking it up right here. Florida, UTSA, South Carolina.
Bye week.
Yeah. Texas A&M, Tennessee, or Bama, Kentucky.
Yes. That's a 3-game stretch that I don't like.
I think that's tough. Man, I think it's tough too coming out of. I mean, you're playing at Bama, and then you're playing in Tuscaloosa, and then you're going to Kentucky. I mean, that's
I
mean, I don't know. It's two tough games right there.
That is. There's a game that you said before that Alabama game, and that is my second most important game of the 2023 season, and that is getting Jimbo Fisher and the Texas A&M Aggies in Neyland Stadium there on October 14th, I believe is the date. This game is massive because you've got two teams. Texas A&M had a terrible year last year. We just have to know that that's not going to happen again.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there's too much talent on that roster. Evan Stewart. I mean, gosh, Walter Nolan, who was at Powell High School. I don't know what they're going to do at the quarterback position. Is it Hayes King? Is it somebody else? I don't really know right now. But they bring in Bobby Petrino. And so it's like, how much control does Jimbo allow him to have over the offense?
All right, yeah.
Like, Jimbo is an offensive guy all the way back to his days at Florida State, coaching Jameis Winston, winning the Natty. Like, he was all over that offense. And so I'm very interested to see how much control Jimbo allows Bobby Petrino to have.
The only thing that makes me really not worry about A&M is the fact that we got it at home.
Yeah, and that's my thing about this game. It's most important because it's your first tested home game. And I know I'm overlooking South Carolina a little bit, but I'm really not. I think that South Carolina game is a massive game, early home game, but I'm just going to tell you it's going to be a little too hostile, I think, for Spencer Rattler to come in the Neyland Stadium and just make Tennessee quiet. Nah, it's not happening. And so, but it's your first big home game of the year, and you're coming off of a bye week after Texas A&M has played Alabama the week before.
Yeah.
And so I think that Tennessee fans know about the last 10 years and playing Texas A&M. I mean, let's take it back to 2020 when the 10-game SEC conference schedule was the thing we played. Tennessee lost 34-13. That was the last game of that season. And then, I mean, let's go back to the game when I think everybody realized that Alvin Kamara was really just that guy in October of 2016 when we went to double overtime in Kyle Field. I need you to remember, we weren't at home. We were at Kyle Field, double overtime, and Trevor Knight runs that ball in late in the game, and we lose. I don't think people understand how big of a game this is because we just haven't beat A&M in the last 10 years, you know?
Yep, 100%.
And to get them at the crib, like I mean, what an opportunity. What an opportunity
Facts.
to solidify yourselves as like, no, like we really like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we really like that.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a big game. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and diss that. I think the A&M game will be huge.
Yeah. I think it will too. And so moving on, man, to the very, very last, the third and final game. I think everybody knows what this game is, man. It is the opportunity of a lifetime, I think,
Yeah.
in the season that Tennessee's in right now. Josh Heupel, year 3, to be able to get the Georgia Bulldogs at home on November 18th, late in the
Mm,
year.
mm.
Right now, we don't know a lot about Georgia. Obviously, we know they're still the top dogs. We can't take that away from them until they take it away from themselves. But what an opportunity to be able to potentially beat the Georgia Bulldogs, second to last game of the year. That is the third most important game of the 23 season. Massive game.
Yeah, man. And the thing that I have to keep reminding myself of, like, when it comes to Bama and like when it comes to Georgia, uh, really just those two teams. Like, you don't, like you just said, you don't know, like, we don't know much about Bama. We don't know much about Georgia coming into this season. But like those two teams in Tennessee is we're making our way to this point. But I don't know. I just think, like, sure, they don't know who they got at quarterback, but that quarterback's gonna be a 5-star.
Who, Carson Beck?
No, well, whoever it is.
Oh, the Dylan Raiola guy.
Yeah,
You
well,
talking about the guy they recruited? You know, he moved from wherever he was to Georgia. He's at a Georgia high school his senior year because he committed to Georgia. He was committed to Ohio State.
yeah. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is that what I have to remind myself, like, we don't really know much about Georgia, but whoever's going to be playing at Georgia is going to be
A
good.
dude. They're gonna be a dude.
Yeah, like they just got dudes, like they got dudes behind dudes behind dudes behind dudes. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
And they're going to be good no matter what.
Right. And the biggest thing I think that helps us with this game this year, two things. One, how late in the year it is. I think
Yeah.
it could be good and it could be bad. Like we could be beat up, but Georgia could really be beat up, right? They got another year of easy games, I feel like, right?
Yeah.
They got a lot of games where it's like, man, bro, like they're gonna win by 40. But if what happens like they did last year, right, against Missouri, I think they win 20-16 or something like that. And it's like, I mean, I don't know if this year's team, like, do they slip up and lose one like that? I don't
Yeah.
know, but
Yeah, man. I'm sitting here. I'm thinking as a. I'm sitting here. I'm not thinking as a realist. I'm thinking as a Tennessee fan right here. When it comes to this Georgia game, like if you just look on here and let's say we have a great season. Like let's say we come out, Joe comes out, dog, like just dominating. Like defense has stepped up the game. By the time we get to this Georgia game, the magnitude of this Georgia game could be absolutely insane.
it could.
Because I mean, even if you think about it, let's just say this. Let's say we lose to A&M and we lose to Bama. We're still undefeated in the SEC East.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, and we get to Georgia and we're undefeated in the East. If we win it, we go to. I mean, we got to play Vandy after that, of course. Don't want to overlook Vandy, but we beat Georgia and we play A&M or LSU or Bama, whoever in the SEC championship. I mean, the magnitude of the Georgia game just blows my mind. That late in the season,
because there's a lot that weighs on that game, dude. Like there's a lot that could weigh on that game with where it is in the year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like the fact that it could be your trip to punch your ticket to Atlanta. Like, bro, that just made me get bubbly inside, bro. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even think about it that way.
No, yeah, but dude, there's like so much that could go into that game. Like I said, even if we lose, even if we got 2 losses, like whatever.
And right now, Tennessee fans, listen. If we have 2 losses and beat Georgia and win the SEC championship,
it's a lock.
I was gonna say don't expect us to be in the playoff.
Oh, I think it's a lock for the playoff.
Oh, I don't. We've never seen a 2-loss team get in.
But you think as a SEC team, you beat Georgia, you win the SEC championship. You don't think you sneak in? You don't think you sneak in as a 4?
Nope.
You think they pick some like? I mean, you're gonna have that one team this year.
They're gonna pick Washington.
Gosh, and they're gonna whoever they pick like that's gonna get absolutely demolished that first game. Always does.
We know.
Always does.
We know this, but it's okay because we are a year away from a playoff.
I agree with that.
A true playoff, 12 teams. So now we're not going to be sitting here talking anymore about like, man, we got to be in the top 4. Now, we want to be in the top 4 because we get a first round bye, and then your next game's at the crib.
Bro,
you already know what I'm thinking, bro. You already know what I'm thinking, man. Like, you talking about Tennessee potentially in 2024 getting a first round bye, and their next game in the playoff is at Neyland Stadium. Dude, I'm not working for a week. I'm tailgating every night. We're shooting a show for 24 hours. We're gonna be live for 168 hours. It's gonna be the longest podcast you've ever watched in your life. And then by the time the game starts, we're gonna be like this.
I'm gonna take my vacation that week,
dude. How crazy is that gonna? I don't think we truly understand how big of a deal that is. 12-team playoff, bro. Like anything can happen.
Yeah,
Alabama. Like think about it this way: anything can happen. So much so that what it sounds like is like, let's say like 5 seed 5 will play seed 12.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that we're a 12 seed. Let's just hypothetically here, and USC is like a 5. And we play USC and beat USC, and then we play the number 1 team in the country. Like a 10, like a 10, 12, 10, 11, 12 seed could potentially get to the chip. Like it makes it feel more like the actual NCAA men's basketball tournament.
Yeah, it does. It does. And that it's crazy. It's crazy to think about.
That's going to be nuts, bro. Chaos. It's just like, man, just let us get in. Let us get in.
We'll be donors for like 3 or 4 years by that point. And I better get some like early access tickets or something.
Danny White, if you are listening, please help us, Lord, please. Oh man. So like we said, man, the top 3 games, the top 3 most important games of the 23 season. Me and Turn both agree that the Florida game in week 3 is the most important by far. Turner goes with Kentucky for his second. I go with Texas A&M, man, and then we finish up Georgia as the third most important game of the 2023 season.
I'm just sitting here thinking about that playoff. Like, can you imagine if it was this year? Like, you imagine a team like Utah, like Cam Rising in there, like balls out a game.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like, I think with the playoff, the thing that I hope it does is, I hope that it knocks out like a 1 through 4 seed early, and you're just kind of like, wow, like who's gonna win?
And you know another thing I'm super excited about? I'm excited like when the 12-team playoff. No, we're talking way ahead, but we're gonna play we're gonna play teams that we would have never played unless the playoff's gonna happen.
100%.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
Penn State, Oregon,
yeah, Oregon State, like Notre Dame, like golly, even Utah, like TCU, Washington, like USC, that'd be gas.
Clemson again.
I mean, I'm sitting here looking through the top 25 or the preseason top 25.
I'm telling you, bro. Like teams that we would never get to play, like they gonna have to come see us, bro. Like that is fun to think about.
Like playing a Michigan or something like that. Be crazy.
Now it'd be too cold though.
Yeah. Yeah. But see that, like that's see, that's where I get like if the 12, I'm talking just way ahead, just randomly talking, but like, man, we get to play like a team like that we ain't never played before. Like, I don't care if we're playing at Neyland. I don't care like where we're playing. Like, I gotta go.
I gotta go, bro.
Like, when are we gonna be able to play Penn State at Penn State again? Like, you know, probably never.
Never. But I'm pulling up to Penn. You hear what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I'm going to Utah.
I'm going. I don't care.
I'm going to Oregon. You know what I'm talking about? Ben Rector said it's green.
I'm going. Like
Portland in the morning.
God, dude, like wherever. I mean, I'd love to go to USC, bro. Ooh.
Oh, bro, Southern Cal. Yeah, we could literally only stay for about one day because we've spent $1,000 in a day.
I'm about to drive me an RV down there or something. No. Just stay in it.
Dude, you're going to have to do something because you can't even stay in a hotel for less than $700.
Facts.
Stupid. But, man, thank y'all for tapping in with us today. Top 3 most important games of the 23 season, man. We will be back. Man, we got a banger show on Thursday. And we're actually going to be talking about the 2023 offense. And is it more dangerous than the 2022 offense? I'm very excited to dive into this topic because I got some takes and I got a whole lot of facts. And that's the thing that I like because everybody's, and I'm just going to give you a teaser. You can say what you want, but nobody thought that Jalen Hyatt would do what he did in 2022. Also,
you're not wrong.
Nobody thought Cedric Tillman would get hurt in week 3 and not play basically the entire season. There are more weapons. There are returning weapons, and there were added weapons. You already had the SPR in Brew McCoy, and you already had the AK-47 in Ramel. Then you add the MAC-10 in Squirrel White, and then you add the MP5 in Dante Thornton. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, we got weapons, and so I can't wait to talk about that on Thursday's show, man. But thank y'all so much for tapping in with us today. Like, comment, subscribe, join the channel. 99 cents, bro. Like, come on. 99 cents to join the family, man. You get to get into our Discord potentially, because right now, man, we're doing the first 10 people to get to join our Discord. That's actually not until you pay for the $4.99 membership, but if you go ahead right now and you join the channel at 99 cents, you can join our Discord channel. And so that's gonna be dope. It's all you got to do. $1. It's nothing. But till then, man, till Thursday. And a reminder, man, Parker Ball show drops Friday. Hey, y'all, I'm telling y'all ain't gonna want to miss that one. It is fire. It was so much fun chopping it up with him. We're gonna be dropping another reel tomorrow. So man, we love y'all. We thank you so much for rocking with us, man, and we'll see you back here on Thursday for my dog turn. It's your boy my dog turn. It's your boy. Yeah, that's right.
You're right.
Dog Turner. It's your boy Ruck. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. We'll see you on Thursday.